Everyone, Meyer Nassar here from the Nassar Law Group. So I wanted to take a few minutes just to kind of give you a general concern about what I feel is going to be a major issue going forward. One of the major issues that I am recognizing is familial status discrimination. The issue that we're going to see is that there is a significant problem with how employers, especially those employers that are large employers, over 500 employees, and people that have children, right? Young children, where there's childcare services and schools are closed, summer camps, we don't know the answer is to because the Governor Cuomo hasn't said anything about it. What are they going to do? What happens when we reopen and businesses are going to be calling back their employees and they have little kids? How are they going to manage? How are they going to deal with that situation? So the way that I've been trying to look at this, and I want to give you this advice, it's not clear how it's going to pertain to those businesses that are over 500 where they have their own policies in place. Whenever you can, make sure that you document every single request that your request is essential. Documenting whether or not you have kids, and advising your employer that, listen, I have kids, they're home from schools are closed, and accordingly I'm going to need an accommodation. I'm requesting an accommodation to work from home. If working from home is not a possibility, then please give me some other alternative option because I don't know what I can do. If you're not going to give me family leave under New York state law, because the New York state law is really weird. Now, the way that they made this, I think it was with the intent to have very narrow application towards real people. I don't know who it was meant to apply for, but ultimately what it is that we all assumed, even I assumed, that individuals that have kids, young kids, would be entitled to family leave because of a mandatory or precautionary order of quarantine within New York. And due to that, the schools were closed and childcare services were closed. But funny thing, they have a nuance, they have a little bit of a loophole. The loophole is that they didn't close the schools because of a mandatory order or precautionary order. They closed it because they were looking to make sure that they enforce social distancing guidelines. And because of that issue, as being the main reason, the one element of applying for family leave, employees are being denied. Those with young children are being denied family leave. So that's a big issue, especially for those employees that work for employers that have over 500 employees. So what we're going to have to see is we're probably going to end up seeing a lot of familial status discrimination for those young parents, for parents all around New York who have young kids. We're going to see that employers are not doing the right thing by them. So what I recommend, and this is my sincere advice, is that if you have young kids and you are being denied family leave when you have made a request because you have kids at home and you have no one to take care of them and you have no help, I would highly recommend that you document your request to work from home and make sure that your employer is aware of the fact that you have young kids that are at home, are unable to go to childcare services, and you have no help, and making them aware of that and showing them examples, if you can, where other employees are being given a benefit such as working from home or given some leave options. If those exist, you may have what you call a familial status discrimination case. So it's important, very important, that with every single aspect of whatever you request from your employer, that you document it via email. They may call you. They may not want to have it on the record. So have the conversation, but then send them an email memorializing that conversation. And if you ever have an opportunity within New York, you have the right, if you're a part of a conversation, to record it. There may be some laws that, not laws, but policies within the company that may limit your ability to record. But nonetheless, it's not against the law. So if you're a party to a conversation, it's a one-party state, you have the ability to essentially record that conversation, especially when it deals with issues involving your employment. So that being said, make sure that you document, make sure you preserve your evidence, so that way whenever the situation may occur, that you'll have that necessary information and evidence available to you when or if you are discriminated against or wrongfully terminated by the fact that you're looking to get some form of an accommodation for yourself as far as it pertains to you having young kids at home and you are not being eligible for family leave as it currently exists under the law. So that's just a tip for today. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. That was just a few minutes of my time for you. Hopefully it was helpful. Take care, guys.